I promise y'all this is my last Christmas ornament tutorial. We almost right here to Christmas. It is day 18 of my 31 uploads in 31 days. And I'm going to show you guys how I customize these clear ornaments. You can get them from Amazon or you could have someone custom cut them. I cut them like 2 years ago. So let's get straight into today's tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. So we're going to start with our supplies. You need your ornaments, some sort of paint, whichever color you're going to use, paint brushes. Then you're going to need your vinyl. Don't laugh at my vinyl with my fingerprints on it. Okay, I did my hair before this video. Not shown. You're going to need your cutting machine, your Cricut, and your mat. You're also going to need some transfer tape, scraping tool, and some ribbon. All right, so we start in Design Space, and we're going to go over here to Shapes. We're going to get a circle. You're going to change it to the same size as your ornament blank. Mine is 3 inches. And we're not cutting this. This is just so we know how to size our design. You change it to any color that you want. So I'm going to do 2. We're going to go to text right here. And we'll type in the name. I'm going to go right here to fonts to find a cute font that I like. Nothing too thin. I like this though. Okay, I'm going to keep it at this. And then I'm going to size it to fit in here. Now with any name or wording that you typed in, you want to make sure you go down here, go to combine. You can either weld or unite. The difference between the two is when you unite and 2 objects or anything together, once you save this and you come back to it another day, you can undo that change. But if you weld it, you can never change it once you save and come out of this project. So I know I'm never going to need to change it, right? Just be mindful. I'm going to try to thicken this a little bit. Because I'm using vinyl, these little thin pieces probably give me a little bit of a headache. So I'm going to go to offset. And we're going to go as low as possible. 28. It looks pretty good, but I'm going to go a little lower. But if you try to move this, it'll go to 0. So let's manually put in, let's say 15. Right there. Press apply. And when you move it, you see you have like a thicker name. Now this will never be able to undo or anything. It's an offset. So if I put it here, I like that. You don't have to like change the color here. It's just whatever color vinyl you put on the mat is perfectly fine. I'm gonna go also into images and let's see what they have for Christmas. And I want to do like a little shape. It's gonna be real tiny. Maybe we do a little Christmas tree. These are cute. Christmas tree. I selected you. What's going on today? Oh, the little. I'm going crazy. They must have updated because you could have just clicked it and it'd have been fine. You had to actually check the plus. All right. So I'm gonna have her name and a little Christmas tree. Is that too much? I don't think so. Now I'm gonna do a duplicate and I want to find something already done, but you got to remember something. Let's say we wanted this. Just know that this is a lot of weeding, and then it's going to be extremely tiny to fit in something like this. This is like 2 inches. That right there is a challenge. If you're up to it, go on ahead. Me, not so much. So I'm trying to find, I like the little something that's not going to be too crazy. I was looking for like wording, but like a single word. Look at this one, joy. This will work. I like this. This is cute. So we're just going to size it down to fit in here. And that's perfect. Let's change this to another color. I don't know, white maybe. Okay, so that's it. Then we're going to save. Save. And then you choose your machine, and then you're going to send to the machine. Then we're going to the machine. You're going to press continue. Also, if you have scraps of vinyl, you can place all the scraps where you want it. Let's say you put 4x4, then you put another piece of scrap here, and you can go on another mat if you want, like this. Go to move object, select the mat you want it to go to, click confirm, and we just put these two on the same mat. So instead of a bunch of mats, you can just line up the vinyl right here so you know where it is, right? So we're going to keep that way. And this will be white and green, or whatever color you choose. I have to see if I even have white and green. Click continue, and then you're going to choose your material. Premium outdoor vinyl for all vinyl. Then I'm going to select, remember, material settings, so that every time it goes to the next mat, it already knows material. Oh, I almost forgot right here. We were supposed to delete this. We're not cutting these. This was just our stencil. And I said it in the beginning that we won't be cutting them, but I forgot to delete them off of the screen. So all we're going to do is just skip over that and not even cut it. So we're going to do this layer and then that layer, okay? Okay, so I came back because I thought about it and this was a little boring. And Jayla really likes Hello Kitty, so I'm just going to put some Hello Kitty on the ornament. So I'm going to go to my uploads. That's where I went right here. Go to view all. Now they don't have Hello Kitty in Design Space. I purchased these files off of Etsy, so I'm just going to use these. So I'm going to take this one with her face. She has something with this one. I know she likes this one and this one just in case. Then up here, I'm going to go back on canvas. So now they're really big. Also, these are cut files. So what we want to do, we're going to go down to the bottom here, the bottom right, and hit flatten. And that's going to make it a print. Flatten and flatten. So that's going to make them print and cut. So I'm going to make this one real tiny so that it can fit with her name. There we go. And now that I think about it, I'll take this one instead. And I'll use another ornament. I'm just going to size it to go exactly inside the 3 inches. There we go. Right? I also like to print at least 2 copies of each. So what I'm going to do, I already have these cut because I came back afterwards. I'm just going to delete those. And I'm going to send these to the mat. And I'm going to do 2 copies. Get it print and cut, and then we'll have this. I'm using a printable vinyl. Is it vinyl? I'll double check, but we're going to continue. Send to print. Choose my printer. Of course, I'm going to the Use System dialog box. You're going to open that up. Click print. And what it does is it brings up the options to your printer. So I'm sending it to the rear feeder. And you choose photo, high glossy paper, and best. Now that I think about it, hold on. I'm going to cancel. I'm going to cancel here. Because this, I'm going to do 4. Let's try 5. I want to fit the entire page, 6. Instead of wasting paper, and I could just use this for something else for her. Now I'm going to send this to print. Printer, open system dialog box. I could always use this on wrapping or anything like that. Instead of wasting the paper and just doing those small prints. And then print. We're going to put it on the mat. And for this, I'm going to use the same premium outdoor vinyl. No. What? Yeah. Okay, so we have our vinyl. I'm just measuring out the pieces to put them on the mat. Remember, I was talking about the 2 different colors. So that's what we would do here. And I just want to tell y'all, this is the only color vinyl I had available. And I decided I don't even like it. This is not Christmas. This is summertime. So what I did, as you can see, summer, very summer. Anyway, so what I did, I decided to cut the same designs in black. So I'm gonna basically switch over to the Hello Kitty, like you've seen that we just designed to do our print and cuts. So I have them cut each on the black, and this one is the name cut out there. There goes our Hello Kitty cutouts. You're going to line it up on the mat to the top left, your top left, and add it into the machine. So once everything is cut, now it's time to weed. Take your time. Just nip the little corner and peel off slowly. You don't want to peel off any of your design. Then go in and get the little pieces so that the name looks good. We ready. We almost ready. And the Joy design was really easy to weed. I still weeded the bright color pieces just in case we end up using it. And now we have our transfer tape and our little, you can use the Cricut one, or I had this like squeegee-ish one that worked pretty good for me. So I just measure up our vinyl cutouts to the transfer tape just so I could get the correct size. And then you just like, you nip the little corner, but it wasn't working for me. So I tried to like just peel it, but these press-ons too was like, you know, everybody didn't want to cooperate. But anyway, I finally got it. So you just nick the little corner, peel a little piece. You don't want to take the whole piece of transfer tape off. You want to do a little at the edge, press it down onto your design, and then slowly go across and then take it off. And then I always go in and just trim off the excess so it's not like in our way. I would say too, I would have or should have trimmed this a little bit more closer since I had the Hello Kitty design on the bottom and it's going to be so close to it. So now you're going to take that and just press down. I spend like 10 seconds just pressing it down to make sure it adheres to the vinyl. Now for this design, I peeled off. They had some little bit, you want to make sure those little fragments are gone before you do it. So I'm just going to repeat the process for all. And no, I did not end up using the orange, but I did it anyway, just in case. So now that we have our prints, you see we filled up a full page instead of wasting some paper. I would say though, that I realized that I needed to calibrate my machine. So I'm going to do that, and I'll like link a video to you guys if you need to calibrate your machine if your cuts are off. So now I just peeled off the protective tape from, protective tape is what it's called, from our ornaments. And now I'm going to string the thread. I was going to say thread. It's not thread, it's ribbon through the design. So I wanted to, I don't know what's going on with me today. We're threading the ribbon through the ornament. I do that first, mainly for this video, because once I finished putting a little bit of paint on it, I wanted to like take pictures of it and photos before it even got a chance to dry. So you decide which one you want to do first. I put a little knot on the top and I give a good like maybe 2 inches. It's all up to you. Space for you to hang it and then clip it off. These scissors are horrible. They're old and they're not too sharp, but I still like trimmed it. And what I did was I just got a lighter, this one's like a little torch like, and burned the ends, like the tip, so that the ribbon doesn't fray and like, you know, get messy and peel off. So now we have the name. You're just going to line it up exactly where it's going to go on the ornament so that we know where to put the little Hello Kitty face, right? Like so. Like that, in the words of Tab. But anyway, you line it up, then you put Hello Kitty like on the bottom. But I'm going to say, be very careful when you do it, because what I did was I put Hello Kitty, then I peeled this off. I put the name on top, but then I didn't realize the transfer tape on the bottom by the Y is stuck onto Hello Kitty. When I pressed it down, a little piece was on the design. So when I peeled it off, it came off smooth, but it peeled a little bit of paint off of the kitty. Poor Hello Kitty. But anyway, I'm going to go back and peel that off when I'm done. So now for the large one, very simple. Just line it up and center it. I'm not going to lie. When I looked at these, I didn't want to put paint on the back. I just really like the way the clear ornaments look. So I decided I put the Joy on, you know, press it down, peel it off. And then I said, you know what? I even like this one with just clear. But I didn't want to leave it because the whole point of this video was to do like a little vinyl and some paint on our ornament. So I have these 2 pinks. It's a light pink and like a hot pink. The other one is a little too bright. So we're going to go with the lighter pink. So what I did was I put a little dot of paint on the back, and then I used the paintbrush. I would say these little paint spongy thingies that I have here, I got from the Dollar Tree. I don't really recommend. I think I would prefer a paintbrush. I don't know. These, it leaves kind of like lines and streaks in it. So when I painted like just going across, because I didn't want to paint the whole ornament, which you can if you choose to, it was real light. It don't look too bad, but it just wasn't enough pink on the back. So I just went back and put a little more paint, like a good amount, 3 dots. So you want to put a lot, then paint across. Also, if you feel like it needs to be, like the pink needs to be seen a little more, I would let it dry and then do it again. But for me, this was pretty good. And now I'm just removing that Hello Kitty face that got messed up from me putting the transfer tape on it and putting a brand new one on, just so it looks good. And while I have your attention, if you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. For the rest of this month, you'll be getting an upload every day. And after that, maybe once or twice a week.